my life that, and you've probably got this too in yours, if not now, at some point in the past, just people that you stop talking to at some point. Not really any reason why you stopped talking, and no reason that you can conjure up in your head as to why you guys aren't talking anymore, but it's happened a couple of times, and it's happened to some pretty significant people in my life, some people that I looked up to and maybe didn't admit to their face that I looked up to them, or that I was inspired by them, or that I thought that they were, the absolute shit. But now that they're gone, I sort of wish that I did. But the first person I sort of had sort of got inspiration from was somebody that I did pay a lot of compliments to, and that actually backfired on me quite significantly. Telling that person every day how much they mean to me and how awesome they are, and literally a jack of all trades, a professional at everything that they pick up, and I was inspired by that, and I wasn't afraid to let that person know that what they did in their life made an impact in mine. And unfortunately, the ego of that person got fucking huge. Unfortunately, too, the questions that I have for these people, questions I should have asked years ago. I'm years late to the realization that I should have maybe paid more attention to people that literally smiled in my face, told me that I'm their best friend, told me that I mean a lot to them. And unfortunately at the time, my vision was quite skewed. I didn't have a good grasp on reality. I didn't respect the people that loved me. I made a lot of mistakes. Spent years trying to fix those mistakes, and here I am. I've come to my own realizations that all the work that I put in wasn't actually for the forgiveness of those people. It was to forgive myself, which was a huge move. And I'm now a better person for it. Unfortunately, I don't get to share the sort of person I am today with the people that I used to love back in the day. Don't get me wrong, I've tried to establish connections with those people again, but it's just not the same. The relationship's not the same, the time isn't the same, their status in life isn't the same, different job, maybe partner or a wife or even a kid in some instances. You can't always get back what you lost once you've lost it. Big realization for me coming into my 30s, now 31 years old. It's pretty crazy, man. Like, I get it. I know that I'm 30. I can trace the time from when I was a kid all the way to here pretty well. There hasn't been any sort of lost time left on the table that I'm like, what the fuck? Where did 5 years go? I sort of know where I am in life. Like, I'm here. I'm 31. I feel it. I'm starting to look it too, which is pretty fucking scary. And I got fuck all friends. Fuck all. Not whinging, not complaining, just saying. I also don't make the effort to go out and try with people too, so it's more of a fault on my part than it is anybody else's, because I actually don't make the effort for anybody. And I have my reasons for that. I have trust issues with people. The friends that I did have back in the day, it took me a long time to establish friendships with them, and now that they're gone, I sort of feel like, why the fuck should I bother again? I know there's some people out there that feel the same way. Honestly, it's probably a pretty common thing that I'm experiencing, but yeah, it's quite emotionally jarring at times. You know, get up, go to work, get home, eat, sleep, get up, go to work, yada yada. By the time the weekend rolls around, you want to catch up on sleep or be alone. Literally just sit alone and ponder and think and reflect. And it's another reason why I can't meditate, is because I have quite intrusive thoughts, and every time I've meditated, it hasn't been peaceful. I might be doing it wrong. I'm not saying I'm doing it right, but intrusive thoughts peek in, they rear their head. Can't do psychedelics. My reality clashes too harshly with whatever that alien landscape is. I would love to enjoy LSD and shrooms. I reckon it's cool. The visuals are cool. It's exciting. It's new. It's alien. It's very AI-y. Like your pictures are constantly changing. Everything you look at is constantly morphing and changing, and very alien and very sort of technology-ish. Super AI, almost algorithmic. It's cool. But unfortunately, the feelings that come with being on psychedelics do not jive with my brain at all. I've tried. I've gotten better. When I was in a dark place, I tried shrooms. Fuck me up. When I've been in a good place, I tried shrooms. Fuck me up. I tried LSD not long ago. Fuck me up. Did give me a good summary of my life, show me where I should be and showed me where I am, but then also stuck a filing cabinet full of problems in my face and told me to sort them out then and there. Like, that's not going to happen. And the LSD knows that, and I know that. And I got pissed off at the drug. I was like, you're putting me on the spot in the middle of the night, dropping dirty laundry of mine in my own face, telling me to reconcile with past relationships that have crumbled, telling me to get my shit together in the middle of the night on a fucking Friday when I'm pissed and I've got LSD in my system. And the LSD is like, time to get your shit together. So, look, I'll try it again in the future at some point. Just not anytime soon. I've clearly got some more reflecting to do and some more conversations to have with people that need to be had. But yeah, the big thing is the questions that I have for people that did actually just straight up fuck off. Like, they just left. And I've sent messages to them and they just haven't responded to me. And I'm a pretty self-aware human being. I know when I've fucked up. I know when I've stepped on people's toes and I've burnt bridges. And there are at least 2 people in my life that are no longer in my life for literally no reason that I can come up with. So that breaks my heart a little bit. I do think about that often because the person that I am talking about specifically was somebody that I was friends with all through high school, and I haven't talked to them in years. And when I see them online on Xbox or on Facebook, I send them a message every now and then. I don't want to seem like I'm barraging them with fucking messages and stuff, but you know, once every 6 months or so, I will send a message to that particular person, just saying, "Hey man, hope you're doing well. You know, new car's looking good, whatever. You know, throw a little compliment in there and just hope that I get something back." And I've been doing that for years. I've literally been doing that for fucking 6 or 7 years, and I've got nothing back. The only time that person did respond to a message from me was when I told them that I had overdosed on drugs and that I fucking nearly died. I couldn't talk for 2 weeks. I'd lost the ability to speak English for 2 weeks. I damaged my brain. So I reached out for somebody who I used to know, an old mate, an old friend, and he did respond to that message, but then he didn't ever follow up with another one. He said he would come and catch up with me and see how I'm doing. That never turned out. That was 2016. That never happened. The older I get, the less of a fuck I give about having a sustainable relationship with any sort of, you know, friends, some like exterior people outside of my family. And I have a partner. I've been with her for nearly 8 years and it's going great. I just wish that I could have a couple of the questions that I have answered that I won't ever get answered, and they're fully relevant. And if those people couldn't answer that question, well, like when I ask them, it would make me hate them because I would be like, oh, so you just straight up bailed. Something that I would never do to you, you did to me, and something that you probably promised that you would never do, you just did. And I still consider my old best friend. I say my old best friend because why the fuck would I say he's my best friend? Doesn't earn that shit anymore. There's no title there anymore. It's a blank slate. But I still hold out hope that one day or eventually I get to spend, you know, some quality time with people that know a ton of shit that we used to do when we were teenagers. I can't share with any of the people that I know these days or people that I work with. I didn't go to school with them. I didn't form childhood and teenage memories with them. They're not relatable. The people I work with aren't relatable at all. Quite frankly, a lot of them are fuckheads. And am I just mad? Am I just fucking going crazy or something? Because I'm a bit stuck. There's a situation here where I'm like, I'm trying to do the math, but maybe it's not even math. I'm calculating it completely wrong. It's in a different language to how I'm trying to figure it out. Something's up. Because either I'm fucking cooked or I did do something wrong and I've finessed my way out of any accountability, and I'm sitting here wondering why I'm alone. Again, not alone. I have a partner. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say. I know there's more to life than sitting around thinking. Go out there and grab life by the balls, but it's easier said than done. Some people are built better than others. Some people have ambitions and some people don't. My brother asked me the other day if I have any ambitions for the future, and at the moment I said no. And that was the honest truth. He chuckled. Like, I asked him, what's funny? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'll be doing in the next 5 years. I literally don't. But neither does he or anybody else that likes to admit that they know what they're doing, they have their shit together and they know where they'll be. Except for maybe people that have children and have a house and stuff like that. You know, of course, in the next 5 years, they're going to be in the same place and trying to be doing the same thing and bettering and progressing themselves. Absolutely. Not where I'm coming from. Not the direction I've come from. I do not want to have children. It's not even on the table. It's not even something I'm considering. And that's a hard one too. It's people that you used to be friends with grew up. They had kids. They stopped playing Xbox. They stopped smoking weed. They stopped replying to your messages. They stopped even listening to the music they used to listen to. People take some absolutely dramatic changes. It's fucking wild to see. Obviously, I've done it too, but I can't relate to anybody that's a parent. I don't have that biology in my body that can even act like I know what's going on. Yeah, I can't do it, man. I'm just, here I am, you know? And it's crazy. Like, everyone's got kids, dude. Like, everyone I fucking know has got kids. Like, I thought it was just, when I used to look on Facebook back in the day and I would see another girl that I used to be in a class with at school pregnant again, I was like, yep, another one bites the dust. And it was just like, line them up and shoot them down, and they just kept getting pregnant. Every girl I used to know has got a kid, or multiple. And here's me, who's opinionated fucking dickhead me, who's, I told a girl to her face that she should abort the baby that is sitting in her stomach. And she went ahead and had that kid and then had another kid. And who's the dickhead now? Yeah, the guy that was literally pointing at her stomach saying that thing was going to ruin her life and she needs to sort that situation out. Well, good thing that she didn't heed my stupid advice, because that's exactly what my advice was. Fucking stupid. Now she has 2 lovely kids and she looks happy. So, good on her. And, you know, living in a small country town, what the fuck else are you going to do? Apart from have kids and settle down and save for a house or something and, you know, some semi or permanent residence somewhere. Because fuck moving too, man. Like, you kind of want to settle down. I mean, I'm not in, I think, purchasing or saving for a deposit at the moment, at least, is an absolute waste of time. I have multiple people that I know at the moment that are struggling to pay the mortgage on a house that they jumped the gun and bought, and now they're backed up against the wall. They're finding themselves in hectic positions, and the stress is, bringing them to the brink of anxiety and panic attacks quite a lot, which is, it's like, isn't that if life is a lesson and the people and the faces you see every day are like the pages with the writing written on it, then you shouldn't be taking advice from many people, not even me. When I look at people and I hear their experiences and I see their pain and I see how tired they are and they're tired of fighting, I don't want to go there. When people bring up how hard having kids is, how hard balancing multiple jobs is, and, there's a stay-at-home mom, and I'm buried with bills, and and then my car broke down, and it's like, holy fuck, my dude. Who hears that and goes, fucking leave the door open, I'm coming in too. I'm joining that club. Because that's just straight up fucking retarded. When I hear people telling me that their life is in shambles because they had children, I'm like, see you later, dude. I'm going the fucking full-on other way. And then there's other people out there that are like, yeah, it sounds fun. I'm going to tie myself down and live a life of servitude for the next 30 years because it ain't 18 like everyone says it is. Dude, I didn't move out until I was fucking 29. So, and that's a lot of us these days too, because no one can afford shit. And I refuse to live in a house full of cunts that I semi-know. Fuck that. Fuck that. Good thing I got a partner and I locked that shit down earlier. This will be the person that I marry, fortunately, which is fucking great. That doesn't happen to a lot of people. And she's also not in the mood to have kids either, so hopefully something comes of this mess. I've got to be posting some sort of written stories that I read out quite a few years ago now, but I'm still impressed by them and I still chuckle from time to time. I still listen to them and have a laugh. So I'll be sharing those stories and a couple other ones a bit later on in the story time aspect of things. Trying to mix it up a little bit, trying to do sort of a bit of a rant here and there, a bit of a mental spew. Let myself and let the world know sort of like where my brain's sitting. I mean, I guess everything in life is subject to change. It's just, is it a good change or a bad change? And if you can't predict what sort of change is going to be, then it's, in my opinion, it's a fucking scary transition into the next part of your life if you're not sure where it's going to take you, if it's a fortunate or an unfortunate thing. I think about my family quite a lot. I miss them. And then when I hang out with them, I'm, struggling to connect with them on a level that I used to, which breaks my heart a little bit. Because, we're all subject to change, and obviously I've changed in life too. But I've been me the whole time. So when I run into family members that I haven't seen in quite a while and they've changed dramatically, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It cooks me. And then I'm just like, have I just changed my views as well as them changing theirs? And that's why we're sort of on this weird cusp of disagreement now, where back in the day we used to have friendly arguments and, lightly accept each other's agendas and point of views, not try to change each other's, opinions on anything. Or the older I get, the more I'm faced with sort of people's stone-faced opinions that at times I stare them in the eyes. I'm like, you're literally wrong. Like, what you're saying is literally wrong. And there's a lot of evidence to back up my claim, and then a lot of evidence to shoot yours down. But you can't be like that. Well, not all the time anyway. Because you'll just be like me. You just have no friends. Because you are an opinionated fucking turd. And when somebody has a differing opinion to you, and they're scratching their head, looking around, wondering why their life is not, fitting together like a nice puzzle. And then you bring up something that to you is rational. To them, it's offensive. To me, it's the right way. To them, it's me pushing my agenda. So the opinions become quieter. My volume turns down. My friends become nothing. My life becomes lonely. Because I can't deal with fucking shit cunts anymore. I used to drink with them and smoke with them, party with them and do drugs with them. And now I can't have a bar of them. I can't hear their opinions anymore. I can't look them in the eye properly because they're wrong. They're wrong, and that doesn't make me right. I'm just saying that they're wrong. And I can't hold in the words anymore. I have to tell. I tell them. Gotten a lot better over the years of standing up for myself, letting people know when they've crossed the line with me. And it took a really long time. It took a painful amount of time for me to grow a fucking pair of balls, dude. Too long. I walked on for a really long time. Was a yes man for a really long time. Going out, doing things that I didn't want to do just for the sake of keeping a smile on other people's faces. And now that I don't do that shit anymore, I'm like, sort of like a baby reindeer situation where I miss what used to hurt me. But I really don't. I'm just playing these mental gymnastics fucking exercises with myself constantly. I tried cold plunges for a bit. That helped. That actually really did help. I tried breathing exercises for months. Did combat fitness on VR for months and months and months, and stuck to a regimented plan. Wrote down every meal that I was going to have for the week. Went and did shopping every Sunday. Didn't skip a beat for like 6 months. Before that, I was sober for nearly 12. I just didn't stop. I just kept focusing. My headspace got to a really nice, manageable level, but then it tipped over on the other side. I was doing too much. I was overloading myself. So now I've settled back down again into my little cocoon, sort of taking life at base value and just accepting things as they come. And I'm feeling a lot better. I'm living a lot cleaner. I need to exercise again, that's for sure. But at the moment, I'm just writing music and hanging out, writing poetry, doing my thing, doing what I've wanted to do for fucking 10 years more. And I just didn't, for no particular reason. I just didn't. I wasn't motivated to do it. I didn't care about it. But fuck, man, I got a shitload of lyrics. I got a shitload of poems, and I got a shitload of raps to go off. So they could coast me for the next year of writing music, but I always find myself wanting to write something new, which is what I've been doing. Just writing the new shit. I do look back on the old shit. It's funny, it's witty, it's smart. I was obviously in a headspace that was really, really not good. So it reflects in my music. It's more emotional. It's more angry. It's a lot grittier. You know, I have takes and opinions of people that my brain I don't conjure up anymore. There's even poems that I wrote years ago, 7, 8 years ago, that I have to double look. Like, was that even me? Did I even write that? I did. But it's a dramatically different human being and a build to who I am now. It's fucking crazy, dude. Humans are crazy. What are we, dude? What the fuck is going on? Dead set though, like, all honesty. Do you think about your existence on an encompassing level? On a level where you will literally sit there and scratch your head? I was at one point in my life, I shut my eyes, I opened them again, now I'm here. I was at this point in my life. I was with this girl, or I had these friends, or my favorite food was this, or I drove this car, and now None of those things exist. And all the things you know now aren't even connected on the same web as those things that you used to have, know, and love. Life just changes in these really bizarre and abstract ways that if you're not focusing on yourself and you're not looking out for yourself, you look down and you've just had the floor completely pulled out from under you, and you've been wondering, how long have I been falling? Because I feel like that sometimes. Then you find your footing again, you land back down on your own 2 feet, and you think you got it, and you look back down again, and you're like, how long was I falling this time? I'm happy that my mum understands me a bit more now that I'm an adult, and that I can actually communicate with words instead of just being obnoxious and annoying and angry and manipulative and all the other fucking laundry list of things that I used to have in my arsenal to use against people and myself. I'm happy that I don't have the impulses to be a prick. I can be, but I just choose not to. I don't care much for understanding people as much as I used to want to. I just don't have the desire to peek into other people's lives like, well, what are you doing? And what am I doing differently compared to you? I literally don't fucking care anymore. I'm just so happy being in my element. I used to have a hard time figuring out where the outlet for that sort of anger or disappointment or just abrupt impatience. Like I had just a difficult time throwing that in the trash before I came into the house or met up with people that I love, and now all of a sudden they've got their fucking arms out and their mouth open wondering why the fuck they're getting yelled at by somebody who's only been home for 5 minutes. No backstory, nothing. I'm just here and I'm yelling and I'm fucking pissed off and you're going to deal with it. Why? Because you're the only one that's fucking here. I don't do that anymore, but I used to be really fucking bad for it, dude. I used to drink a lot too, and of course that exacerbates it, and anyone says it doesn't, they're a fucking lying dog shit person, because alcohol I've seen crumble my fucking stepdad. I've seen it crumble my mum's partner. It's crumbled me. It's crumbled my brother. Literally, most people around me that have not even struggled with alcohol, just merely toyed with it, you know, for an easy and a quick high that doesn't require you fucking texting a dealer and fucking around. You just go and get yourself a 4-pack or a 10-pack of double black, sit at home, tip back a couple of cans, and next thing you know, you going off at the dog. Dog's looking at you like, what the fuck? Cat meows one too many times. Now the cat's a fucking piece of shit. You go sit back down on the couch and you go, oh, yep. Those old habits coming back, flooding back. Didn't even realize that they were here until I sat back down on the couch and I'm like, why is my cortisol up? Why am I sweating on a cold day? Why am I hands shaking? Why am I pissed off? I went and bought a 4-pack of double blacks to have a good time and sit down, and now I'm fucking pissed off. Now I got a mood on. Completely flipped what I expected that high was going to get me. But, you know, alcohol's a weird one too, because you'll be like, I'm fucking good, man. My life is sorted out. I reckon I can have a couple of drinks now and I should be right. Tip back a couple of drinks, and, I mean, the only way you can find out is if you fucking get drunk again. So what do? You get drunk again, and what did I do this time? Oh, did I actually say that? I did? Okay. Then you got to backpedal and tell the people you love that, no, the things that you said when you were pissed, not things that you actually mean, things that you said you were going to do, you weren't actually going to commit to doing them. Now that you're awake and you're sober and you're fucking going, ugh, yuck. Last night is foggy. I know I went to bed upset. I've woken up upset. Now I'm going to let the guilt wallow inside me for days. I'm going to work with that. I'm going to lose sleep over that. I'm going to blame myself and fall apart over that. Or, like many other people as well as myself, we could just stop drinking and that problem is gone. That particular problem will never show its face again. But you've got to make the promise and the commitment to yourself that you won't drink. But is it hard? I mean, I've never been addicted to alcohol. I've never gone, God, I could crave a drink, man. I'm crave a drink right now. Alcohol has always been the sort of like the side dish to something that's a lot bigger. So drugs, hard drugs, pills. There's always been a can next to the bong. You know, it's always accompanied by other things. It's never really just alcohol on its own. But alcohol is a fucking problem, dude. Like, I know I'm not saying anything brand new right now, but seriously, like, there's one substance on this earth that I can't handle, and it's alcohol. Only one. Well, LSD, as I was saying before, and shrooms, but for a whole different reason. That's a mental stability reason. The alcohol is just poisons the mind. It exacerbates anger. It promotes aggression. It gives you this macho and this courage to just be like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. You feel powerful. You feel empowered. You feel like you can just say things without consequence, hurt people's feelings and just laugh it off like, you had it coming. It turns me personally into a dog, and all my family members too. Legit. Most of my old mates, they used to get too pissed. Like, literally everyone has those telltale signs of getting too pissed and then doing something too dumb. Whether it's a girl that goes out and fucks somebody she didn't mean to fuck, or multiple people, or a guy that goes out and king hits somebody and lands himself in lockup. Like, it's fucking, dude. Like, I low-key get it. I low-key get why that prohibition happened in the fucking 20s or 30s. It was probably, you know, not accounting for the people that still attended to speakeasies and shit like that. It was probably actually a time of clarity. Probably a lot of awesome writers came out of that era. People's depression just evaporated. They're wondering why. Weed was actually, at the time of the prohibition, weed was actually legal and allowed. So maybe people became stoners well, you know, for that 10, 15 something years that alcohol was, and also it wasn't guaranteed that you would get a nice, awesome fucking drink at a speakeasy, because the government was poisoning barrels of moonshine and like bath wine that they were coming across, and then sending it down a supply line. So they were actively killing you. Imagine that. Imagine the government can't stop you from smoking cigarettes, so they just put clear as day labeling on the packaging saying there is cyanide in this cigarette. If you smoke it, you will die. And then you smoke it anyway. There would be people out there that literally just smoke them anyway. That start coughing up blood. It's all good, I had this last week. It hasn't gotten any worse. Lying to themselves. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I think I've done enough mental spewing. It's been good. I needed it. I needed to just sit here and vent about, you know, things that are just going on in my head, churning, going round and round my day-to-day life. And if this vent helped you like it helped me just then, just getting shit off my chest, let me know. Chuck us a fucking comment. Let's have a chat, man. Fucking do whatever anyway. But this is FINNY D SHOW, and I am leaving. I'll see you in the next episode.